Welcome back to another awesome video.
You don't print much, do you?
No, not that much. I printed last week though.
You know, you're a teenager, I'm much older than that, and neither one of us print a lot. You know, I guess as a result, I don't know, work from home, whatever, there's a lot of used but still new in the box printers available on eBay and Goodwill.com. I see them all the time.
That's cool.
So this one, for example, the Epson Workforce Pro WF-4833, over $130 on Amazon or Walmart, but I was able to pick it up $26 in an auction, plus, you know, shipping is about $52 all in. That's quite a discount for this printer. Our previous inkjet printer was a 2006 HP DeskJet, and it's finally stopped working. I really like HP. They make reliable printers, but you know what's happened in the past 17 years since I bought an inkjet printer? These printer companies have been starting to play a lot of games. And
you want to play a game?
Yeah. Well, what they've been doing is they've been trying to get you onto ink delivery programs and lock down cartridges and all sorts of crazy stuff. And I mean, these are just anti-consumer moves. I was ready to go buy another HP, and then I read about Instant Ink. Oh, what's that? Then you read about DRM. But anyway, we're going to address the cartridges maybe later in the video. For now, let's just get to the printer review. This should be a pretty nice printer. It's got a color touchscreen. It's got a scanner, copier, document feeder, all sorts of stuff. We're going to plug it in and time how long it takes to set it up. We're going to set it up on different operating systems and computers and just see what the printing experience is. So let's get started.
We'll show you some highlights here from the setup process, which was just a matter of powering it up and installing the included cartridges. It was a painless process, just took about 5 minutes to get all the tape out, get it out of the box, and get these cartridges installed.
12-hour time format. The touchscreen feels very intuitive. 1:07 p.m. Preparing. Oh, what are we preparing for? Install the cartridges that came with this printer. Close the scanner unit and installation begins. How to. Oh, that's kind of cool. It tells you how to open the scanner by gripping it. This is a pretty friendly printer so far. But you don't have to remove this. That you definitely have to remove and shake it.
So wait, so
this thing I don't think you have to remove because it'll puncture that hole because it's going down.
With the included cartridges, I only had to remove the yellow tabs on the cartridges. It didn't match the instructions exactly, but it was pretty easy to figure out. And then after about 3 minutes of alignment, it was ready to go.
Select paper size and type for paper source. Cassette 1. Letter, I guess I'll do, I don't know which one's easier to open. Okay, so you could put envelopes in here by moving all these things around.
The top tray had more sliders and things than the bottom tray for different paper types, but you can load standard paper into both the top and bottom trays.
To start the fax setting wizard, okay, I don't really want to do anything with fax. I mean, who uses fax?
Fax? Why don't you just send it over on a dinosaur?
Fax is not set up yet. This thing is really concerned about me being able to fax. Remind me later, no. Close, okay, so here's our menu. Nice. All right, well, let's hook it up to the computer and try to print something. It doesn't come with any cables, but it does have an Ethernet jack and a USB jack on the back. So the first thing we're gonna do is just hook it up to a Windows 10 computer with a USB cable and see what happens. The easiest way I like to get to printers is just Windows key R and run control panel, if you spell control right. And then it brings up the old control panel and you can say view devices and printers. So let's just see if we can just print on Windows 10 with Control P, devices ready, okay. That took about a minute. Let's just print, see what happens. All right, how do I print? Print, okay. There's the refrigerator. All right, so Windows 10 did whatever it was going to. Do you see anything printing? Yep, there it goes. Well, that was quick. We know we can print. Let's try to scan something without any drivers. Go ahead and put that on the scanner. I'm going to use the Windows Scanner Wizard, which you can get to through the control panel by right-clicking on the device and saying Start Scan. Scan it. Yep, there it goes.
Scanning the original.
So this thing, out of the box, communicates with Windows without any sort of drivers. All right, so it prints from a USB cable with no problems. Next, let's get it hooked up to the Wi-Fi network and see how it prints from more modern laptops, MacBooks, and smartphones.
Okay, let's go.
All right, so I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna hit the Wi-Fi button up here. Anyway, let's connect to Wi-Fi.
So this will allow us to Without connecting to the computer will allow us.
Yeah. This is a Wi-Fi device, so we can put it anywhere in the house. So Wi-Fi setup wizard or WPS. I'm just go ahead and key in my searching for a wireless router. Okay, so setup complete. So connected to my router in about 30 seconds. Let's now see if we can connect to it. Here we go. You can register to Epson Connect. Reminder later. No, I don't want to necessarily do that. Participate in the future design by allowing to collect product usage data. I'm going to reject that. I don't need that.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
There's that idea of the noise level. What did you print?
A meme about conspiracy theories.
Okay, well, that was pretty easy. We printed from the
It was
Mac.
a school project.
So here's the great news about this printer. We were able to print from both Windows 10, 11, and Apple and smartphones without installing any software. It just worked. We just clicked around, figured out where the printer was, and printed. It was so easy once it was on the Wi-Fi network. This is without installing any software, any license agreements. It just worked.
This thing is a little bit slower. Maybe it's printing in a larger image or in different resolution. We need to look at the settings.
We did install an app on one of the Android phones, and that made it work a little bit better. It was like the Epson Print Service app or something like that.
Default print service, I don't know, ad service. It's an Epson, but Epson Print Enabler. What does that do? Oh, there it goes. Maybe we shouldn't have installed that app. We'll try it again without the app. That's printing on a faster... And there's a picture of Otis. Okay, cool. Print in color. Okay, print. Just hit print. Okay, see what happens. There we go. So printing directly from the iPhone with no drivers. Okay, this is an older TCL phone running Android 11, and we haven't installed any apps on this for printing. I'm just going to use the native built-in features or whatever. So it's going to find the printer, shows me a preview. Then I'm going to hit the print button. And I assume it's communicating. Yep, there we go. So in the end, you really don't need any software to print from Android phones. If you just sort of follow the paths like we did on the Google Pixel, it'll take you through installing a printer service, which might give you some more control, but this seems to work as well just for basic printing. Now let's talk about scanning. It was a great experience as well. The automatic document feeder would pull everything in. I was able to set up, using some Windows skills, a folder and just give it the printer access so I could initiate a scan right from the printer. Here I am tearing up a magazine just to see if the auto feeder will work with magazine pages, and it did. But the key here is you're able to go to the printer, start the scan from the printer, which is great because you don't have to start from Windows, and it'll just show up as a file in your Windows folder. So that was really convenient. You do have to type in the network share name, but then after you type in the network share name, you can save it as a favorite to the printer so that it'll just be there with like 2 clicks. You click scan, you enter your contact, and it'll just show right up on your PC. It would scan as PDF or several varieties of JPEG, which I'll put some examples up here. Maybe I need to change my settings. Oh yeah, here we go. We can do file format. Preset must include that. Let's go to JPEG. We got JPEG. Let's say we do JPEG, low compression, go. So about time to wrap up this video. What's our conclusion? I would have to say I don't have anything really bad to say about this printer. It's done everything fast and efficiently. It's a great little printer, and it's operated flawlessly. If I had to be critical, I'd say, the plastic may be a little flimsy, but I'm going to take care of things. Sometimes when you reach for this, you don't realize you're opening the bottom. But those are minor quibbles about this thing. It really works great. Let's think about the cost of cartridges. All right, so that is 500 sheets of paper. I doubt we'll go through that much paper. We might go through that much paper in a year. If you look on the box, it does mention that there's 2 styles of cartridges. You've got an 822, which does 350 pages, or 240 color, and 1100 pages for the XL. So the XL right now, at the time of filming this video, to get a Epson branded XL cartridge is all these cartridges. You get a pack of 4, it's like $115. So that, you know, if that's 10 cents a page, that's not bad. However, there is the principle of the thing. Like if you look at this little fine print here, printer is designed for use with Epson cartridges only. As I mentioned earlier, I don't like those games being played. That's not a good state of the industry. And of course, there are people trying to get around it on Amazon. The non-Epson cartridges range from $40 to $60 for a 4-pack versus, you know, the $115. Do they work? I don't know. There are people who say both ways on the review. I don't like the idea of somebody controlling this after I've bought it and changed its behavior. So what have I done to protect myself? One thing is I've gone on the panel here and I've told it, do not check for firmware updates. So if you trust it, you say don't update yourself. That's good. But if you don't trust it, which I don't, I've gone onto my router and disabled WAN access. So this thing cannot reach out to the internet. It was blocked. I can still work on the local network. All my printing functions still work. I can still print from phones, still print from computers. Probably it won't be able to do the print to email thing, but I don't really use that anyway. Anyway, it's just a shame that that's the direction of the industry, but that's what
Remember
we're doing.
Person of Interest, how the printer was infected by the evil Samaritan thing?
Printer. You've been infected by Samaritan, haven't you?
Yeah, hopefully we're not quite there yet, but anyway, that's about it. You have anything else to add?
See you next time for another awesome video.
Bye.